When you look around, you're simply amazed by all that you see, and you wonder, who were these people who had such an advanced knowledge of science and technology? We went in search of answers. The ruins tell part of the story, structures left behind for all the world to see. But what of the people, the men and women who inhabited these cities, built them, the ancient Mayas themselves?
The Maya people were primarily corn farmers, and there were huge numbers of people who lived in small homes without the use of metal, without the use of the wheel, but with a very intense knowledge of their environment. They were able to farm corn, beans, squash, and other kinds of agricultural products, and then provide those to the kings and queens of the royal cities. That's how all of these amazing Maya cities were built, on the labor of this huge population of farmers.
But it was more than just the hard labor. The ancient Mayas were incredibly creative.
We also have a rich tradition of Maya artists, so that we know that people were scribes, meaning that they could write the Maya hieroglyphic language. They were artists who made books out of bark paper, coated with paint and stucco. There were people who made ceramic pottery and painted it with very elaborate images of their gods. So we have a lot of artists. We have a lot of merchants, people who were full-time specialists in trading. They would travel in canoes around the coast or through the rivers of the Maya world and bring products like jade or basalt or gold or cotton from one area to another. Cotton was the high status cloth for them, and they draped it loosely like a toga almost. They also wore jaguar pelts.
Ah yes, the jaguar. So much can be said about the animal the Mayas revered most.
A jaguar is power of the forest, and Maya rulers, Maya people in general, were very concerned with having the forest separate from the city. And we think that's one of the reasons why people lived in these cities.
And while nature on Earth guided so much of their faith, the Mayas turned to the heavens for most of their spiritual and scientific guidance.
They were great scientists. They were amazing observers of the planets and the stars. Many of the large buildings at Chichen have astronomical significance. The Castillo is aligned to the equinox. The Caracol, the observatory, is aligned to the equinoxes. And the Maya were very concerned to observe solar and lunar eclipses.
In their personal lives, the Mayan people did marry, but there was great strategy behind most unions. Ruling dynasties from different regions often intermarried to form political and military alliances and consolidate their power. Today, in this region of Mexico, there are still many people who identify themselves as Maya, living and working in the communities around the Yucatan.
Es tamales colados.
2.5 million people speak Yucatec Maya, which is one of the ways to define who's a Maya.
Leña, porque eso no hace humo.
And that's the same language that we know is used in the inscriptions at Chichen Itza.
A group of people who helped shape the history of a wondrous region and a culture as fascinating as the ruins they left behind.